And it goes back to what we saw on the dais today. People of all different backgrounds and walks of life can have all different kinds of politics and views. There are people of every persuasion, ethnically and racially, who have all kinds of ideological beliefs. But it is the case that I think, and I think the data bears this out and the research bears this out, that diverse groups come to different kinds of decisions as they cogitate together because people are bringing different. When you look at that dais and that Republican committee, you see one kind of person. You see a white man after white man after white man. There are two exceptions, Will Hurd, who is on his way out, and Stefanik, who's in New York, who's made quite a name for herself in these hearings. The Democratic Party just has a different thing that it has to do. Because it is right now, because of the nature of American politics, a coalition that is a multiracial coalition, that is a coalition across a whole bunch of different lines of division in American life. And across those lines, they have to create and knit together a unified coalition. That's a hard thing to do.
It is.
But it is also, I believe strongly, essentially a break on the kind of cultish devotion that we have seen transform the Republican Party. I think there is a connection, deeply and conceptually, between the lack of diversity that has become the Republican Party and the identity that has assumed itself in the Trump era and its inability for anyone within it to put the brakes on. You see a lot of brakes on the Democratic side.
100%.
You see a lot of division and a lot of arguments, but I think ultimately that leads to better decision making.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.